Here is my E92 Coupe seat, which doesn't really want to tilt forward. I'm going to try to fix some permanent fix. So I found tutorial online that I need to zip tie this, which didn't work. So I'm about to strip this seat, starting with this. I had to pop this out, and once I did it, then I could slide this down. So this one's been released, and now I'm going to carry on, probably with this side. I tried to remove this back panel, which I couldn't. I managed to open here, but I couldn't pull it out. So I carried on with here. This is the here's a tab right there, and here I managed to pull this off, and I believe that I can release the whole panel from the bottom now. Now here's the bottom, this one, that one, and here I believe these two. I'm going to try to release these tabs and see if it comes off. Yeah, I just popped this off, this tab. Now everything is released. I didn't have to bother with that one, but yeah. This is it. It popped off. This panel remains on. However, this one doesn't look very good. These crunches of the seat cushions, and here is this hook. It's obviously not connected anywhere. Plus I found pieces, metal pieces, and there something is just not quite right in there. I'm going to try to find out what happened. The next step, I try to put this long nose plier into this plastic, and then just pull it down, and then looks like it's coming off its rail. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. This is basically a plastic hook. Yeah, here is another plastic tab there that I just popped out, and here I've got a not very nice view. This was just laying around. I need to figure out how this actually was, how it was connected. And obviously something's broken because of this piece. I'm just not sure if I can replace this. So I think one reason this one stops working, that this plastic knob pops off of its counterpart from there. But obviously I've got more problems than that. I'm still trying to figure out in what way this was connected at all, and try to make this work if I can. Now I've got a clue how this might be connected after all, but before I start to bend this sheet metal back, I use my Dremel drill just to make the surface of this rivet nicer. How to get a better look? Obviously it's damaged, but now there is less chance for clogging or stocking, and well, I did my best, so I try to give it a shot. I'm going to grease this up, bend this back, put back the spring, which is connected there, one end, and the other end is there. And then I have to make up some sort of wire, because I think these two were connected back then, but that snapped, this ring, metal ring. And this is the pieces I found, so I have to remake something like this. See if this would work out. I'm recording, you know, as I'm doing, so I realized there is a nut. I could unscrew it with a 12mm socket, and now this has been removed. And the thing is, I would need to put this over this rivet, which I won't be able. So I just realized that this actually popped off that rivet. This should be on. So what I did, I bent this little drive plate, and it's very close to pop on. I'm going to try to pop this back on, and I think I already know what was this little broken piece that I found, but I think even without that it should work. So, you know, there are other alternatives. You can remove this rivet, you can try to replace it with a bolt. Try to zoom on. Yeah, with a bolt. Obviously that must be some stainless steel or high grade bolt, and that would probably still work. Or the other option is to cut this half and weld it here where you cut. So place it, cut this, place it on, and then weld it back on. That's for me the other option, but I'm not sure if you can weld or TIG weld. It's up to you, but that should be the problem, and then I can carry on mounting it back on. Yeah, so I bent it, and then I managed to put this back on. Now I have to straighten it up. Now I put this back on. Also that nut, I used thread lock, Loctite, but now I'm having problems with bending this back. I just don't know how to twist this, but yeah. So what I did, I used just a spanner, I grinded this off, and then I managed to put this in and bend it back. But yeah, it's not 100%. I'm going to still try to put this back on. Okay, so here is the broken piece I found at the beginning, and I think that's, I try to zoom on. I think that was a spacer washer on the rivets, because now there is quite a play. But who knows, it may still work. Yeah, at this moment I'm not too worried about this spacer, and we'll see. Now I put this back on and try to fold the seat, tilt it forwards, and as you can see, this rivet tilted on the side too. So I think what happened here back then, that this little washer spacer split, and when someone tried to open this, it just jammed, and then, you know, eventually they broke the seat. So I either figure out something, a new spacer there, or I need to weld this rivet to this frame, and then it can't, you know, can't be tilted, won't be in tilted position, and shouldn't jam. Now I've got I was thinking how to fix this, let's call it rivet. There is a spacer or a bush on this rivet, which is this, a broken piece. And now I think this spacer had also connection there to that hole, but I'm not sure. I don't really want to strip my other seat to find out. But what I thought would be a good fix is I'm going to MIG weld, tackle the end of that rivet. Oh, just focus on it. There is the end. There. And then it's not gonna move to tilted position, and this is going to stay there perpendicular to this sheet metal, which is not the best solution, but from my point of view, I'm gonna be satisfied with that. Now there is another way to do. You can also remove this rivet and find a machine shop and just lathe one rivet and just a ring on the top, and just tackle also with welding on the top. And also you can add this spacer, this ring. That would be the best, but yeah, for now I think I'm going to try to just weld the other side of the rivet there, and that should give a permanent fix. And there it is now. I'm going to add plenty of grease, and it should hold up for a couple of years, I believe. But this side is not gonna be used often anyway, so should be okay. So here we are again. I think it works pretty well. There is a little play I could improve, but I think it's not bad at all. It stays as it is. Add some grease and it's done. Thanks for watching.